I've been fighting with that tape now for 20 minutes and I still have a whole nother strip on the front to get off. They don't want it to come off while it's in transportation, that is for sure. But this is a 2023 Sandpiper Destination Series, model number 401 FLX. It's got 3 total sides, a king size bed, 2 15K air conditioners, and drum roll please, no holding tanks, with a residential house type toilet. So this is the first for the channel. It's like, I'm kind of excited just to have a regular toilet, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. So let's get started. So we have gotten several requests for a destination style park model without the holding tanks, and we honestly here in Mississippi don't get that many requests for that. But this one came in and I was extremely excited to show it to you, but please look past the tape. That tape is very, very strong and hard to remove. But let's take a look at some of the numbers before we head inside. 40 feet 4 inches of total length, that's including the tongue jack on the front, which this is all removable. As it sits without your stuff, 10,734 pounds. You've got a GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating, of 13,841, riding on 2 twin 6,000 pound axles. And I'll be sure to leave the hitch weight right about here in the video. We're just gonna go this way, and I'm just gonna point out the only connection for your sewer. And there's no holding tanks to grab or pull to let this out. So that's a big change for me, at least. Typically, you're gonna have several different pull handles to pull, releasing either the toilet or your sink and shower, but this thing is not gonna have it. Let's start on the inside first and then we'll come out. So stepping inside here, 2 total slides in your kitchen / living. You got the island in the middle. Let's get you positioned to give you a better view. Solid surface countertops are continued all the way throughout the kitchen. That's kind of nice to see that they've upgraded the countertops. It's a pretty familiar layout. The only difference is really honestly the holding tanks now being removed from the coach. This is your view from the Thomas Paine Collection theater seats. And coming around to the sofa. These 2 are theater seats with the blue accent lights underneath, and the floor material is a woven type material that you typically find on some higher grade in boats. Your slide boxes are 6'5". Legless table for taller individuals like myself, and there's that woven material. Flush mounted slide also. This is one absolutely enormous picture window, and the windows are already tinted from the factory with an 80% tint. And this model is also trimmed out with black roller shades. Let's swing around and go over your kitchen area now that we've touched in the dining and living room a little. So again, kitchen island in the middle. This is a flip up, which gives you additional counter space if you're maybe prepping for a larger meal. Single basin undermount sink with a residential faucet. And these are called, if I can get that back in place, additional leaflets. There we go. Let me see if I can get this fixed. That looks kind of bad. There we go. Additional leaflets to cover the sink to give you that much more additional prepping space. But check this out. You've got a lot next to the oven. A decent amount on both sides. With it having no holding tanks, of course, you're going to get larger appliances. This is what the manufacturer is calling a residential style. In comparison with a regular RV, it definitely is larger. 4 different burners on the top. There's my hand for the biggest and the smallest. And these grates are heavy also. A big change I wish I could see is maybe using some sort of real tile. I think it would accent the countertops a lot better than the plastic stick-on stuff here. Insignia oven, adjustable by 3 or 4 shelves. Here's my hand for reference and size. And an LG stainless steel microwave, probably 31 inches across. And all of your kitchen hardware will have soft close latches throughout, even next to your entertainment center. We'll go over the fridge in just a second, but let's touch over your entertainment. All electric fireplace that does produce right at 5,000 BTUs of heat. However, most of your heat will be coming from the floor, and I'll show you that in a second. Connex soundbar with inside and outside speakers, as well as a Connex television, right at 50 inches across. I love the accent lights over the TV as well as over the slide. So the fridge on board is a residential LG brand. This camper, when you're in transportation, it's not going to keep the fridge cold, so just keep that in mind. I kind of wanted to keep that separate because a lot of RVs, while you are in transportation, that fridge will stay running because there's an inverter. This one's not really designed for your every weekend camping trip. It's more designed to get in place and maybe used as a second residence. I could definitely live in this thing. It's absolutely beautiful. 21 cubic feet. This is your freezer on the bottom. Pull out tray with the ice maker already installed. Let's look at some storage now. So where is all of your pantry? One wall over here for most of your storage space. These are kind of deep. I'm terrible with sizing, so I'm going to give you an estimated 18 by maybe 30. Soft close latches with a glass accent. There's the top of your pantry. More, and then more here. So this is all the controls to operate your coach. Rack and pinion slide, so your slide switch is here, only one. Your awning extend and retract. And of course you have your light switches for your ceiling, your hallway, and so forth. More light switches and your max air fan. That's right over here. Keeps all the ventilation from the oven out of the coach. So let's talk about the water heater. On board, you have a tankless water heater, and I always get this problem when it comes to this. If you are looking maybe to have your temperature set at 120 degrees when you jump into the shower, come out here and set this for that temperature you're desiring. Whenever you go over to the faucet, since you know that's the temperature you want, and I'm just using that number as an example, only turn it to hot. That way you know the temperature coming out is coming directly from the water heater at that temperature you're desiring. Just a quick tip for you guys. Let me know down below if you have anything else you'd like to throw in with that. Maybe a quick tip for your on-demand water heater. Air conditioners on board, you got two Coleman Mach. Let's turn these on. Air conditioners, so you will have two thermostats. Fan low, auto, temperature to 67. Two Coleman Mach air conditioners. They are ducted all the way throughout the coach. This one will blow in here and possibly in the bathroom in the back. I love the accent lights. I don't know. The lights over the slides, the lights under the island. It really sets it off in here. I like it a lot. Here's a sound quality test for you. The Coleman Mach air conditioner is about 20,000 decibels quieter than the last year's model that they had. Let's step back and look at the bedroom before going over the bath. Stepping inside, you got maybe 36 inches of space between the foot of the bed and the dresser here. King size bed, and again the accent lights really nice. You do have some additional storage under the bed also, and this is going to be trimmed out for maybe some blankets or just whatever you decide to use it for. No carpet. That is that same woven material, and there is access from the outside. I think I've got it locked right now and I do not have my keys, but just let it be known that is your only outside storage. 12 volt and 110 outlets underneath the shelf. Although the compartment, I wish I would have saw the shelf here maybe for a CPAP machine. So the box is kind of big. You're at least 36 inches deep over here. And that is the only shelf if you have to have maybe an alarm clock or a CPAP machine. Coming around to the foot of the bed, you have 4 different pull-outs. TV connections are on the side of the dresser here. And you can possibly mount a television to the wall, but just make sure a professional is doing this. We will get RVs in where somebody has mounted a TV here, and you'll have screws coming out the other side. So just be cautious of that and let a professional do that for you. All of your closet spaces on the back of the coach, pretty deep pullouts. We've got 6 total of these, and this will be all of your hanging closet. Same exact identical one over here. I guess I should have gone ahead and turned on the other air conditioner. So washer and dryer connections. This is also another nice thing. If you get the model with holding tanks, there is a certain pull handle you have to make sure it's open just to let that water escape whenever you're using the washing machine. This has happened before. I have been on the phone with a customer who was using their washer and water was flowing inside the camper and they didn't know why. Well, lo and behold, there was a pull handle that they had forgot to pull on the outside to let all that water escape. What's you guys' opinion with not having a shelf around the bed? I think it should be pretty much a standard thing when it comes to especially the Destination models. Let's look at your bath now. So this is one thing that I have not seen in an RV before. This is a first for me. Residential bowl style toilet. It is porcelain. Normally you'd have the foot flush here, so you notice the difference in space. I'll go over to another video, another camper, excuse me, and show the difference between the residential toilet and maybe the foot flush toilet here in the video. Pretty decent shower, direct step up into it. Maybe about a 12-inch step up though. The ceiling height, you're over 8 feet tall once you're in there. That's going to be all of your linen storage to your left. So would this be a factor for taller guys? My back is up against the bowl. I'm 6'2". I've got a decent amount of room. I guess it would still work. I would have liked to have seen these same solid surface countertops continued over into the bathroom. And this is your medicine cabinet. Go ahead and look straight up. That is the max air fan, and its controls are right over here. So let's look at the price and MSRP. But before I do so, go ahead and drop me a couple of thumbs up. I really do appreciate all of your interactions with the video. So a date and time of making this video, and maybe you can pause it here to get a better view of the description. MSRP of $85,283.20. And of course our sales price can be viewed at that link found in the description down below. There's not really too much to show you on the outside, but if you're not interested in what's on the outside, go ahead and leave me some thumbs up. I greatly do appreciate it. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below to continue seeing all the different makes and models come out on the market here in Mississippi at least. But coming at you, a total length of 40 feet, 4 inches long, 3 slide outs. We've had this one upgraded with slide toppers. Those do assist with keeping the debris off the top of your slide, as well as maybe extending the life of that material up there as well. You've got 2 30-pound propane bottles on the front, which control the 30,000 BTU furnace. So again, all of your heating, your cooking, your on-demand water heater will be coming from these bottles. But here's a pro tip. If you are putting this thing in place and going to leave it for an extended period of time, go ahead and remove the tongue jack. Have it professionally done, but there's the bolts. Maybe have it blocked up in place and finding some way to maybe even secure it in place. But then remove the tongue jack, removing the propane bottles, and just maybe having a larger propane tank set in place. That way a company can come out and keep it filled for you. So back here, this is where your water connections are going to be at. City water connection here and here. You're not going to be using this one because you don't have a black tank flush. This is pretty much a standardized, I guess you could say, piece of equipment that's going to be found if it has the holding tanks or not. Satellite connections, TV connections, outdoor shower. This is the Furrion on-demand water heater, and that's the exhaust for the furnace. But here is the only outlet. The cap must be in place while you're in transportation, but there's no handles to pull. You have rack and pinion slides on all 3 of your slides, and this RV is resting on a 12-inch I-beam construction. And extremely solid, might I add. Power connections, 50 amp power cord is located there. LED lights all the way throughout. Again, it's made to be put in place and left for an extended period of time. You're not really going to be using this for your weekend camping trip. It is leveled from 4 sets of these manual scissor jacks, but if you're going to remove the tongue jack and leave it in place, go ahead and have it professionally installed with maybe some cinder blocks. That is an LP quick disconnect. You could possibly build a very nice patio out here, maybe have an outdoor grill. You have a friction hinge on your door, and these are step above steps. They do flip inside the door, so if you were to build a patio, these would be removed. That's very easy to do so. Watch this. As you can see there. Of course, you'd probably be left having to maybe put some sort of rug here to cover up the screw holes in the event that you were going to use it again. TV connections also by the main entrance. So you could set up your grill. You got your TV going on underneath your 20-foot awning with outdoor speakers. What do you guys think? Could you possibly live in this? Let us know in the comments down below. Continue to like and subscribe. I guess now I got to get over here and start getting this tape off. Come see us.